Okay, all right, everybody. Hello. See if this works. We're gonna find out if this works because I can't vouch for how good the connection is. This place is not known for its powerful Wi-Fi. Are you seeing it? It's working? Okay. I am at the farmer's market. What's up, everybody? I'm in the farmer's market in LA right now. I'm chilling. Got a coffee. I'm chilling right now because I was gonna drive back. I went to a Nintendo Switch 2 event today. Unexpected surprise. And so I got to do that. That's why I wasn't on our podcast this week. But I got to do that. And then I was going to take off and found out that the traffic going back was hellacious. It was the worst I've ever seen it. So I don't know. It might be just maybe people are going to Coachella right now or something. I don't know. But the place that the Nintendo event was at was feet away from the famous LA Farmers Market. This place has been here for a million years. I went here as a kid. I remember going shopping for stuff with my family here when I was a kid, getting breakfast here. So I thought, okay, this is a good place to chill, take a breather, and collect my thoughts. You could see Farmers Market there. That's across from me is the Magic Nut and Candy Company. So if you want like a magic nut, they got that. I hope this is working. I don't even. Matrix Man, thank you, Matrix Man. Shout out to Matrix Man in the chat because they helped me get into the event. I applied myself, and within about 10 seconds, I was rejected. But Matrix Man worked some magic, finagled some magic, and it worked perfectly. So thank you. And I saw someone else from the chat in there. I don't think they care if I mention them, but someone that has been in the chat for many years, Captain Japan, they're working there. They were working at the event. So I got a picture with them. It was a lot of fun, but I'm still collecting my thoughts, like I said, because I played like everything that has been announced for Switch 2, I played it today. So I'm going nuts right now. My brain is still a little bit, tingly because I'm trying to, kind of reassess what I just saw. But I'm going to do kind of a more produced video about it. Lillian O'Malley, thanks for your sub. I'm going to do a more thorough video, like I took video at the event, and so I'll put that up later. But just wanted to go live, and I'm live a little earlier. Leah says hi. Who's Leah? Like what? Do I know this Leah? Who is that? If you have any questions about the Nintendo event, let me know. Like I said, I'll do a more deluxe video about it later, but I figured we would talk about it. And if there's anything you want to see at the farmer's market, let me know. Taco place over there. Ice cream place there. Free swag. Yeah, when we went at the end, they did, when you left, they gave everybody, they kept saying like, oh, there's something for you at the end. And then when I walked out, the guy was like, thanks for coming. And he handed me a sticker, a Nintendo sticker. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Can't complain. And then they were like, oh, no, that's not it. And then they gave me a backpack, like a really nice Switch 2 backpack. But it was funny just because for a second I thought what they were hyping up all day was a sticker. I was like, okay, but backpack was very cool. Yo-Yo got the McDonald's beanie 6 years ago when I showed the website. Good call. I get requests for this all the time. People wanting to buy it off me because they can't get it. There was a meme that went around for a while where where there was a joke about hype beasts. There was a meme that showed like stuff a hype beast guy would wear, and this was the beanie for some reason. And I think it got popular after that. It wasn't a hype beast item. I just got off the McDonald's website for like $6. Let me scroll through. Mario Kart 4-player split screen. I didn't do split. I did do a split screen with one other person. Golden Kappa hype train. Is that what's happening right now? Oh my gosh. Am I going to New Beverly later? Not this week. No. I think the next time I'm going to New Beverly, I never know if I should like say ahead of time, because I had a couple times where I posted where I was going to go and then like people showed up, and it was fine, but I always get scared like what if someone sketchy shows up or something, you know what I mean? But I will say, I guess we'll see how it goes. I'm going to for sure go to the they're doing a screening of Duel, Spielberg's first feature, Duel and Sugarland Express. They're doing a double feature, a Spielberg double feature. So I'll see you there. Dude, they announced the most crazy screening in LA that I've ever seen. I get emails every week from like the Academy, like the Oscars, the museum that they have. And most of the time I don't open it because I went to an event there one time. So I get emails from them all the time. Never open them. For some reason this week I did. It said, spring break fun at the Academy Museum. I was like, yeah, whatever. And I clicked it. Thank God I did. They're doing a talk with Lily Wachowski, which the Wachowskis never did appearances. They never talked about, but it's going to be a talk on The Matrix. And then after the talk, they're screening, and I'm reading this, it's like 35 millimeter screening of The Matrix. I'm like, oh, okay, they're going to show The Matrix. That's cool. And then I keep scrolling, 35 millimeter screening of The Matrix Revolutions. They're showing the third one. Like no one ever does that. Like no one screens. They always screen the first one, and it's not even reloaded. It's the third one. So I thought that was really cool. Anyway, so yeah, I'm definitely going to that. I've never thought they would do anything like that, and the tickets were like nothing. So anyway, so excited about that. Okay, so anyway. Show you around here for a second. I got this is a great place here. Trying to find it, but where is it? I got a really, really good they had like a Brazilian barbecue place here where it was just, you could just walk up and ask for them to slice meat up for you, and it was so good. I got that and some greens with it. It was amazing. They got fresh meats. This is not where I went. I'll try to find the place that I went. This is Pasta Corner right here. Pickle place is great. Where's the pickle place? I gotta find that. Yeah, I'm a bit of a pickleman. Yeah, definitely. Gumbo over here. What else? Pizza. Limited time only pumpkin bread pudding. It's limited time only. Same with Gator Gumbo. Limited time only. I gotta ask. Can I ask you a quick question? Is it Gator Gumbo? Is it like actually have gator in it?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Gator, shrimp, and pork.
Really? Okay. Cool. Thank you very much. Okay. I didn't know that Gator Gumbo had actual gator in it. We might have to try that. Might have to try that in a minute. Maybe that's why it's limited edition. They only could kill so many gators. Okay. So. Rocco, they exposed your almonds today? What does that mean? I don't understand that. Okay. There was almond accumulation? Golden Kappa. Wait, what? We got a lot of Golden Kappa activity going on. I don't quite know what that means, but I'm sure it's good. Choo choo. Okay. I buy too many almonds. I like almonds. I think I don't buy enough almonds. Okay. What do I think of the... Oh, were they talking about there's a lot of almonds left in the studio? Dude, I eat almonds every single day. But we buy nuts at the studio and it comes in packs where it's like a bunch of different nuts. And almonds are the one that no one ever eats. So those go fast, but the almonds get left behind. So we have people eating a lot of other nuts, but no one eating the almonds. But I have almonds every day. Did I book a trip to Epic Universe yet? No. I was thinking like maybe that should be the next goal with my Cameo, is like do a bunch of videos out at Epic Universe. I don't know if that's lame though. I don't know if like this ongoing thing with my Cameo, like funding different video stuff for my channel. I don't know if that's like a cool gimmick, like, oh, I want to do that, or if it's like, shut up, you know? Let me know. Speaking of almonds, by the way, in case you were still grilling me about the almond thing, that's literally what I got. This was an almond coffee. They had coffee that was brewed with almond. It's got a nutty almond situation. That's literally what I got. So, whatever. Okay, who has questions about Switch 2 stuff? Someone asked how the mouse controls were. I didn't know what was going to be like on the table today. I didn't know what we were going to be able to do. So when we first walked in, it was like just a room where they just had Switch units out and unprotected. Like they were just laying around with a person standing at each one, just like, hey, pick it up, just look at it, you know, like play around with it, you know. No games running on it. System was not even on. But they just had them laying out where you could just pick it up, like check it out, remove the Joy-Cons, check out the screen, check out the buttons, all that stuff. I was very impressed. The Joy-Cons are very high quality. Everything is a little bit bigger. It feels a little less toyetic, if that's a word, right? Than the first Switch. Everything feels a little more deluxe. And the thing I was the most worried about, truthfully, was the screen. Because I love the OLED screen, and I hate that this one is not OLED. That was my biggest, like, bummer. And I feel much better about it going to this event. Like, the screen is so big, and the the screen really looks good because it's not OLED. It's super high quality LCD with HDR. So it felt to me at least, it felt just as vivid as the OLED Switch 1. It just where I could see the difference, unfortunately, was the black levels. The black levels are perfect on OLED, but they're not on this. So that was disappointing. That made me kind of like, oh man, it's almost perfect, you know. But the screen was so big, and the resolution is, I mean, it's doing 1080p. Like the Steam Deck can't, the OLED Steam Deck can't even do that, you know. But I was more impressed. I felt better about the screen. It wasn't like a huge drop off like I thought it was going to be. It was really, really cool and looked great. Now the mouse controls. Yeah. Oh yeah. So they let me remove the Joy-Cons and press the button and pop them off. That was very satisfying, sticking them back on. But the mouse controls were shockingly. It took getting used to. I wasn't used to it right away. I played that game that was, what do they call it? Not 1-2 Switch. The Tour of the Switch 2, whatever that game is. You know what I mean? Welcome Tour, yeah. I played that. And that was just very simple, like use the mouse to click some stuff. And it was just, felt like using a normal mouse. I mean, there was no jittery stuff. You know, it really was as smooth as could be. What really impressed me was I did not know Metroid Prime 4 was going to be playable, and so I asked them. I'm like, "That's here?" And they were like, "Yeah," and you could play it with the mouse controls. And you know, I don't know if I'm going to do that in the final game or whatever, but I had to try. I made myself do it. I was like, I'm going to play this demo with the mouse controls, and it took getting used to. But what surprised me the most was how seamless and quick it was to do that. You don't have to go into an options menu like, oh, okay, select mouse controls. You're just you can play with both Joy-Cons, you know, just like you could, you know, any other Metroid, whatever. Play with Joy-Cons, and then if you want to do mouse controls, you just go.
Second that thought pops in my head.
That's it. It doesn't take a second to pop over. You don't have to select the option. You just set it down and it's there. It's like ready to go. I wasn't expecting that. I was having some trouble finding what buttons to press when it was in the mouse mode, and I was like, you know, using my thumb to get around to hit A to shoot lasers, and then I was told, the guy didn't say anything, and then at the very end was like, by the way, you could just click the ZR, and that shoots a laser, because I was just shooting missiles. It was so easy to hit regular R in mouse mode that I was just shooting missiles at everybody, but I guess you could hit ZR while it's in mouse mode, and that it was so quick. Aiming was so quick. Does it cancel out the analogs when you go to mouse mode? And when you go into mouse, or are both just always active? I think it did. I think when it was in mouse mode, it did cancel out the stick on the right. You know, I was using my right hand for mouse control, and I think it canceled that stick out. But not I was using the stick on my other hand. You know, I was walking forward with that stick and using the mouse on the other. So it was really cool. How much bigger are the Joy-Con sticks? Similar to PS5 DualSense? I don't know if they're that big, but it definitely feels more deluxe on Switch 2 than it did on the Switch. I mean, they feel much better. And yeah, the magnetic thing was very satisfying. And it was funny because when there were demos that I played later, like I played Tears of the Kingdom, the Switch 2 version, I couldn't take the they wanted me to play it they wanted to see what it looked like on the portable. And so I played it that way, and then I tried to take the Joy-Cons off, and it wouldn't let go of them. And I looked to see if they were physically locked to the system, and I don't think they were. I think that the electric magnet or whatever inside the system locked or something. Do you know what I mean? It seemed, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I don't know how this stuff works, but something like that.
So the problem is it's different people in different places finding the same stuff for different places.
How was Mario Kart Open World? That was crazy. So we did
We got a bundle, but they're all different.
we did like a
$59.
mode. It was really well put together how they handled the event. They brought us into separate rooms. Like, okay, in this room you're gonna play Mario Kart against one other person. Then we're gonna take you into this next room and you're gonna play Mario Kart against everyone in the room. It wasn't standing around waiting in lines for games. They nailed it. Didn't have to wait in line at all. And when we did the thing, like it was versus everybody. I forget what they called it. Knockout mode or something. Until everyone was logged in and everything, they let you just do free roam mode. And I was just driving around a level like, oh, I'm gonna go look at that mountain over there. And then I hit a ramp and it launched me almost like Tears of the Kingdom, like the floating island. You know, you could go to the land up above. I took a ramp. I was playing as a Goomba, and I took a ramp and it shot me up above, and I went into these islands above the land, and it was just a separate track up there. So it was really, really cool. What was really blowing my mind though was playing that knockout mode or whatever it was called with the 8 other people or 7 other people, however many people it was. Maybe it was more than that. We were all playing together, and the race just never ended. Like the track ended, and we just kept going. And I kept driving, and it turned into another level. You know, it didn't break. It never went to like it never stopped. You know what I mean? And it took me. I was like halfway through the next course before I was like, wait, I'm not on the pirate ship anymore. I'm somewhere else. Like it just was so seamless. It was really, really cool. Yeah, it never loaded or anything. It was really, really cool. Like I said, they handled the whole event really, really well. Did I try GameCube games? Yes, I did. They couldn't really. I wanted to play around with like the resolution, and I couldn't do that. In terms of like, could you make the GameCube games widescreen and stuff like that? I couldn't. They wouldn't let me mess with that. But I played Soul Calibur. I played Zelda, Wind Waker, and it was fun. Wind Waker was like looking crisp. But it was really sad. I'm playing it and I'm like, there's a better version of this game you made, and you won't put that on here. That was frustrating. But it was still cool. 60 frames a second. Everything was very smooth. I'm gonna move over here. Did games launch noticeably faster? Yes. Playing Tears of the Kingdom, I could tell, I'm sure you guys are the same way. I've played that game so many times at this point. I know exactly how long the loading screens are. I know exactly how it works. I gasped when I played that demo. It was the last thing I played because I didn't know if I wanted to go over there to play it. I'm like, I already know it's going to be amazing, but it's like, okay, before I go, I might as well check it out. And I picked it up, and it was just like, like it was so buttery smooth, and loading was so much faster. It was really, really cool. Does it feel more like one big piece with the magnets attached, or can you feel the hinges bending a little like on Switch 1? No, Super Freak, you're exactly right. It feels like one unibody piece, much more than the Switch 1 did. It feels like one continuous thing. So the magnet thing, I guess, helped with that. I only just got 140 shrines the other night. I don't think I ever got that many. I played that game a lot, and I never got all the shrines. I wasn't really in completionist mode with that. You've mentioned more interesting details in 5 minutes than any Switch 2 reviewer. Well, thank you. Breath of the Wild Switch 2 edition isn't going to have the DLC included. Well, if I've already got it, do I still get it? How heavy does it feel? It feels maybe a little heavier than the Switch 1, but I didn't really notice it being that heavy, you know? Yeah, I'm trying, Lord Trapula, thank you. I'm trying to just give you the straight dope from the Switch event. Like, I just went there and now I'm talking to you. Every time I look online, I'm just seeing people speculating or like coming up with what they think is going to happen instead of just saying what they saw, you know? So I'm trying to give you the straight poop here. N64 Joy-Con. How was Donkey Kong? The best game at the event was Donkey Kong Bonanza. Not even a question. I should say, the thing I was most excited about was finding out there was Metroid. Getting to play Metroid was the most hype moment for me, just because I've been waiting for that game for so long. But Donkey Kong was like, oh, this is the system seller right here. I did not know that literally everything was destructible. Like, I was on a warpath. I mean, I thought I had to stop because I thought maybe I was breaking the game. You know what I mean? Like, I kept digging, or I kept smashing everything, or, oh, there's a locked gate. Well, I just smashed the wall and went around it, you know, like, am I supposed to do this? Like, yeah, you could reset the map if you messed it up too much. It felt like I was handed a really great, well-designed game and then was ruining it in a fun way. It was really, really amazing, and it was smooth. You know, I think it maybe stuttered a couple times because I was like destroying the entire level. But for the most part, it was smooth. Any reason to get the new Pro Controller besides the headphone jack and back buttons? It felt like slimmer, or it felt like I don't mind a big controller. I got fat hands. I don't mind a big controller, but it felt like the new one was a little more streamlined. Like, it wasn't as, how do I say this, clunky? Like, it just was streamlined. It felt like, yeah, I guess the textured grip is gone. Is that maybe that's not a good thing. It's got the new buttons underneath it. Yeah, it just feels a little more slick of a device and not chunky like the other one was. But sometimes I like chunky. I like the PS5 controller a lot. Like, they made that chunkier, and I like that. So I don't know. How does it feel compared to a PS5 controller? I still think the PS5 feels the most deluxe in terms of the controller. It still feels very Nintendo, but that might not be a bad thing. Did I get my hands on the new wireless GameCube controller? Yes. I saw some people mention that it felt different than the original GameCube controller. I haven't played that recently enough maybe to make that call. Felt the same to me. Felt the same to me, except I was like, how do I go back to game selection on GameCube? And they were like, oh yeah, you just press L. I was like, there's no L. Oh, and I didn't know they added a tiny button. Remember on the GameCube controller on the right there was that little tiny R button, the little dink, the little teardrop of a button over there. There's an even smaller one on the other side. I did not realize that. So I'm like, wait, what? Oh. And that was kind of clicky too. I liked it. I don't know. I thought it was good. Was the camera of any of that social stuff there? They had Mario Party using the camera. You know, it was Kinect type stuff. The way they implemented it was fun. I think kids will have a lot of fun. You know, I'm not looking for that personally. And, you know, I see the comparisons to the Kinect. And people, you know, oh, it's the Kinect again. You know, even I'm comparing it to that. The way it's goofy stuff like that. But you do have to consider this isn't a $250 investment like the Kinect was. You know, they were trying to make the Kinect like it's like, oh, this is the new way to do video gaming. This is the new, you know, it's going to be hundreds of dollars, and you have to, and it comes with the Xbox. You have to buy it. You know, all that kind of stuff. You have to consider that this one with the Switch 2, it's a $50 item. You know what I mean? It's you know, and you could there's an even you could use your pre-existing, if you have a USB-C camera, you can use that, you know. So if you think a kid's gonna enjoy that, go for it. But I you know, not for me. Was there a vibe regarding the pre-order delay? Oh yeah, everyone was making jokes. People were bummed about the pre-order thing. B-Man, thanks for your sub. If you like streams like this, throw us your Twitch sub. You get a free one every month if you have Amazon Prime. You know that, right? So throw us a follow. Throw us a sub on here. It helps. Yeah, I agree with you, Super Freak. Not everyone is dialed in on Discord and stuff like that. Having it just be having videos, chat, and things of that nature baked into the Switch, you're going to get a different audience. Anyway, the things that I saw the most complaints about there, everyone's talking about Mario Kart being $80. Everyone's talking about that. That sent a dark cloud, I think. I saw a lot of people. I saw multiple people, I should say, bring up the camera thing, bringing up, oh, I wish you had the Fireflower camera instead. Have you guys seen that a third party is doing a Fireflower camera? I think people wanted that to be cuter. You know what I mean? Pulse Duck, thanks for your sub. I think people were hoping that would be cuter. So I saw that, but the biggest complaint that I saw on the floor the entire time was I went to play Welcome to Switch 2, or what the hell? You just said it. Someone just told me. What was the name of it? Switch 2 Tour, live tour. Welcome Tour. I played it. I couldn't. Everyone there. So I talked to the guy running the demo, was a fellow internet soldier. Shout out. There were multiple internet soldiers there. But the guy running the station for the Welcome Tour, the Switch 2 Welcome Tour game, that guy was asked all day long, why is this not free? Why is this not free? It's not free? This is going to be free, right? Oh, it's not? Like, I played it, and I'm someone who's like, whatever, I'm excited for it. I'll pony up the $10 or whatever. And then I played it and I'm like, this is free software. This is I mean, it's okay, use the mouse and rub the mouse around, and then when you feel a vibration, click it to show you how to use the mouse. Okay. Oh, good job. It was really, yeah, eye exam shit. That's the best description of it. It was so elementary. It was, and truthfully, there's a lot of great there's a lot of really great educational stuff in it that you and I might know about, but kids don't. You know, there was a mode, like when you go into the screen area, there was a mode where you could watch a soccer ball go by, and one of them went by kind of stuttery, and one of them went really smooth, and it asked you which one was which frame rate. One of them's 30 and one of them's 120, and then you would pick, and it would tell you like, oh, okay, the smooth one was 120. You know, you and me know that, but kids might not. You know, it was a great demonstration. But it's not a demonstration. You have to go out and buy the game. Like that was a huge mistake. Huge mistake. Did I feel balls inside the consoles? Yes. Or inside the Joy-Cons? Yes. It felt like physical items were coming at you, you know? You trying to say Bam was behind me? I don't see him. Do you think you're going to buy the Switch on launch? I hope so. I hope I can. Yeah, I agree, Revolution. They really it would make the system perfect if all that camera stuff would let you stream to Twitch. Were people asking about pre-orders? Yes. Everyone there was like bumming out about tariffs. What other games did you play? I played Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, the Welcome to Switch Welcome Tour. GameCube games, I played Wind Waker and Soul Calibur. I played Street Fighter 6. I visited. They had like an adults only area. I was like, what? Wait, there's more games over here? It was like a border, like a sectioned off adult only area, and I was like, Extreme Soul saying, thanks for your sub. It was an adults only area, and I was like, dude, is there porno back here? What's going on? And I went back, and yeah, it was Cyberpunk, and it was Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. So I played that. It's so funny. Yakuza 0 is like one of the only ones in the series I never beat. I never beat it, and I got it on my Steam Deck. I played some of it on there, and was like, I'm gonna start over, and I'm gonna finish this game. And as soon as I said that, they announced it for Switch 2, and it's a launch game. So I think I'm gonna play that version. What did I play that I will for sure? Oh! I was gonna say, while I was in that adult only area, Cyberpunk. I was shocked how good that looked. I felt like most of the games at the event, they were really trying to demonstrate frame rate. So Metroid Prime, they didn't have in 4K. It was on a TV 1080p, but it was 120 frames a second. It was like, looked so smooth. Cyberpunk was the one thing that I felt like they did the opposite, where they were actually there to show you the graphics, and it was running at like 30 frames a second. You know what I mean? Maybe it was higher, I don't know. But man, it looked good. I couldn't believe a Switch was doing that. Guy asked a minute ago, what game am I for sure not buying? The wheelchair game. Well, I don't know what it was called. Murder Ball? What? I don't know. The one where you're doing wheelchair stuff. That one was the least attended. Legs? That's not a great title for that game. But anyway, it felt like those stations were just sitting empty most of the day. And so I was like, I'll try it, why not? And then I sat down, and then I'm like, I just got tired of it. Like just the tutorial, it was like, and then they were like, okay, now practice throwing the ball. And I was like, okay, how do you throw the ball? Just flick the Wii remote, or flick the Joy-Con. And I was like, okay. Ah, you missed. Okay. Ah, you missed again. Okay. Ah, you're still missing. Okay. Okay, you made it. It was intuitive, but I just can't see myself setting aside a whole table just to, it's that was a dud. What else did I play? Tears of the Kingdom, the Switch 2 version. I'm trying to think what else I played. Damon Ex Machina, I didn't see that there. I played Mario Party with a couple other people with the camera thing. It was whatever. Did I have fun? I did. Did I get a look or mess around with the menu or OS stuff? No. Switch 2 was not hot and loud. As far as it was a very noisy situation though. Did I get any free swag? Yeah, they gave me a very nice backpack and some stickers. The mouse, I was really surprised how much that felt just like a normal ass mouse. Like it wasn't clunky at all. Couldn't have been more smooth. Oh, thank you, Willimus Prime. Thanks for your sub. How did Mario Kart feel with the wider tracks? Some have said it feels slower. It did feel a little slow to me, but I don't know if that's just like the mode that they chose. I think we were on 100cc. The first character I played as was the cow. I had to do that. But then the second time I played as the big Boo guy, the Uncle Boosworth or whatever. He looked like a rich Uncle Boo. And he felt extremely slow. Yeah, he felt extremely slow. It was very clunky. Can you connect any Bluetooth mouse? I don't know. That's a good question. Wouldn't that be cool if you could? How did the rail grinding and wall jumping feel? You're talking about Mario Kart? I didn't know you could grind. It didn't click to me that I could do the rail grinding thing. And then on my last race, I did it. I jumped and I grinded a freaking rail like Tony Hawk. It was amazing. Do you like the YouTuber Beat 'em Ups? I don't know who that is. Anyway, did I meet anyone cool at the Switch 2 event? There was a couple people, a couple internet soldiers there, Mega 64 viewers. That was cool. Who else did I meet? Got to talk to some people from the Like a Dragon team. That was cool. There's a guy that works at Nintendo that I see at any Nintendo event that I go to. There's a guy who who has worked at Nintendo since he used to work at the call center when you would call Nintendo Power. He started there, and he's still with the company. So I saw him. That was cool. He was part of the Game Chasers. Okay. Did they talk about battery life? Not really. How do I think it'll stack up to the Steam Deck? I mean, this has the power, you know. There were things that I saw that, you know, the screen is higher resolution than the Steam Deck. There were some games that look better than anything I've seen on Steam Deck, and it's Nintendo. So they have a leg up in some regards. But the Steam Deck has Steam. You can run like everything in the kitchen sink off of that. Anything but Nintendo. So they're pretty worthy. I thought the Steam Deck smoked the Switch before, but now they're pretty even in different ways, you know. Do I have any video game consoles? Yeah, I got a couple. Love this year's Boysenberry Festival. Oh, thank you very much. Thanks. By the way, everyone, if you haven't watched it, look at Rocco Botte on YouTube, my personal channel. I got the video on there. Boysenberry Festival 2025. 90-minute movie. It's great. The game comes out on both the deck and Switch 2. What system do I buy it for? I mean, Switch 2 seems like it's got a higher res screen and the system's lighter. I don't know, but I really like that OLED Steam Deck though, so I don't know. I think I will prefer to bring the Steam Deck with me, or if I had the Switch 2 right now, I think I'd prefer to bring that because it seems slimmer, you know, and the screen's a little better, it's lighter, I think. Yeah, it's more portable. So I would rather that work on there. But the Steam Deck is extremely dope. So no diss on that. Watch The Pit yet? No. Anyway. Yeah, Steam Deck is a little harder to travel with. But I still really like it, though. Gabe's going to announce the Steam Deck, too. I hope so. What game series do you think is the next big first-party title for Switch 2? I feel like they have to do Mario. It really does feel like, though, it really feels like this Donkey Kong was a Mario game at one point. It feels like that was the case, you know? Excited for Season 2 of Last of Us this weekend. Yes. In fact, I was also at Naughty Dog this week. I'll talk about that later, too. This week was a gamer's fantasy. And on top of that, we've been working on, been working on a special collab. Not going to talk about it yet. I think people are going to like it. I think OG fans are going to like it. A gaming collab. So it's been a very productive week. It's been a very productive week. Let's just say that. My next letter to Mega 64 is coming in the next couple days. It'll come to the P.O. box.
shot to Holly, there was nothing.
We are doing a week of podcasts next week. We're going to do a podcast every day. We're going to stream every day from our studio for a full week. And if you want to get something in the P.O. box, send it now. Maybe we can, open it. Send it now so that we get it hopefully by the end of next week. Any reason for the week of podcasts? We're not, honestly, we just want to try it. Something we wanted to see, like, oh, what if we did it every day? Like, would that be fun? Or would it suck? So, just further experimenting. Podcast is going to be every day at 11 a.m. Pacific, live. And then they'll go up on the Mega 64 Infinity channel. It's going to be the podcast every day, but, there'll be a different twist every day, different, angle to each show. Have I tried the pickle hot Cheetos yet? I can't find them. Every time I try, they're gone. Yeah, I wanted to. I'll answer a few more questions. I'm gonna finish my coffee. Then I'm gonna get out of here. But I'll give you a little tour on the way out. Oh wait, the chat got stuck. Did they have Fortnite? No. Wait, what was the question? Have I had pretzel crust this year? But I'm trying to be good. I have a doctor checkup in a couple days, and I don't want bad results. But as soon as that thing's over, as soon as I walk out of that guy's office, I'm getting 2 pretzel crusts. I got pretzel crust today, but they fucked up my order and gave me cheese sauce. No, that's good. That's what it needs. You got to get the stuffed crust, though. Any thoughts on blueprints? I'm not familiar. Okay. New puzzle game. Oh, really? Yeah. All of a sudden, I started hearing about it. Does Farmers Market have a Little Caesars? Unfortunately, no. That's the one blemish on this place. Blueprints. Okay. Fave Beatles album. I think it was Abbey Road for a long time, but as I get older, I think it's the White Album. White Album is like a buffet of all the good stuff. You know what I mean? Like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I think I can put that on and be happy for hours. Did I chicken jockey a theater? No, I'm about to. Thoughts on Weezer and the LAPD? I don't think they should have opened fire. God damn you, LAPD. Shooting at them every time. Police chief always shoots the shotty, and I'm spotty, baby. When do we get a new Backyard Messiahs? Any day now. Any day now. We do have a video coming up soon. Not that, but got some old school vibes. You'll probably like it. Coming soon. We have a couple. We have a couple in the chamber right now. One that's like done. We just need to waiting for it to come out, and one that we're on the like in the making right now. What Switch game do you want Switch 2 version of? I mean, honestly, the Zeldas, and we got that. Aside from that, though, I would love for them, you know, if they updated like all the Xenoblade games, I'd play them all again. Smash Ultimate would be great. Just update that. I don't even need a new Smash Brothers. What else can they do? You know what I mean? Any plans on watching Time Force this year? No, I never liked that. That was my exit point of Power Rangers. That was where it was like, oh, this is too serious. I don't want to. Oh, it's a hot take, but okay. I am going to take a little walk. You know, I had a really good dinner earlier. I told you before, Brazilian meats. Had some greens with it. I'm feeling good. I want to walk it off a little bit. I've got my coffee here. My almond. People keep asking what it's flavored. It's almond. I'm gonna take a look around. See if we find any cool stuff. I didn't know there was a noodle place over here. That's cool. Oh, man, this looks good. Chinese pork hamburger? There's nothing I love more than the frozen in time meals that they have at restaurants like this, you know? You know what I mean? Let's go back over here.
So this one.
Okay. I had some really good seafood in another booth over here. There's a area over here where they have like, you can get like a lobster roll. That's really good. I gotta come here more often. I just walked over here from the Switch event because the traffic was bad, but it was a blessing in disguise. Oh, they got the shirts. You seeing that? Ooh. Yeah, it was just a walk away. I don't know if they have my size here. I'm seeing a lot of smalls. They do not have big guy sizes. No big guy sizes. Sorry.
Still make you $50,000.
How's the bread? Good? Good bread. Oh, they got the Easter collection here. Market chicken. Are you all doing stuff for Easter or not? Just a general show of hands. Because I got big plans. I always talk about that though. I'm always doing big stuff for Easter. My family always does big stuff for Easter. You know, I think that's Italian thing, you know, Catholic thing, whatever. But I'm never quite sure like how big that is with anybody else. You know, in my eyes, it's like it always is, but I can never quite get a sense from other people. Best Easter candy. You know, it's not even. It's really. It's boring to say it, but just give me a Reese's egg, man. Give me a Reese's bunny, like a giant one. Street dog. Kevin, you want a street dog? Kevin's in the chat. He wants a street dog. All right, let me try to find one for you. Kevin, I'm gonna get one, and I'm gonna drive really fast home. So just go to the office, and I'll meet you there. Shit, I don't know where they are. I kind of wanted to try this place. I don't want to pig out on ice cream, but this place looks legit. It's like old school ice cream place. You could tell this has been here a long time. Bennett's ice cream. Bennett was that guy in Commando. Remember? John Matrix beat up that dude. Dude, I love the look of this. Excuse me. I love the look of this donut place right here. Like that roof, like the roof on this thing. Come on. It's so funny how it looks next to this like really fancy looking place here. Anyway. Got some Hoki sushi. I wanted to try, they have like pastrami burgers here and stuff. I wanted to try that, but I ain't got the stomach space for it. And then randomly in the middle of all these food places, they have a place where you can just get new glasses. I don't know how many people are getting glasses while they're waiting for their pizza. Ice creamy. Oh, there's like a toy store over here. Let's check this out. Kip's Toyland. That sounds dope. Is it closed? Is it closed? I think it's closed. Or maybe you can't go in on this side. What the hell is this? Oh, dude, Reddit AMA. Nice. This is who does it. Oh, that's the pickle place you guys were talking about. Wait, so you can get a pickle with Fritos? Dude, the toy store really is closed? It's not, it's like 7 o'clock. I was gonna buy some toys. Okay. Pickle chips? Pickle boat combos? Peanut butter and Nutella? Oh wow, this is a lot. Guys, I ate so much, I can't. I wish I could sample the pickles, but I don't think I can. So I'll do it later. I'll report back. I'll do a little video or something. All right. You want to know something really weird and weirdly specific? I remember being a kid and going to this market, and I remember my parents getting like fresh produce right here. And I remember literally this spot right here. I'm going to show you. Right here. You could see like this rack right here and all this. I remember standing